ringside England, Paddy Pimblett, 6 consecutive wins as he arrives at his 5th UFC appearance. DC, he told us this week his body is completely different than it was 12 months ago. Obviously, he's undergone surgery. He's been out a year, and he's looking to put that proverbial best foot forward here tonight.
I mean, he showed us the scars from his ankle. It was crazy watching his ankle, like, on both sides. He's got massive scars from the surgery that he had on his ankle. It was nuts. But this young man is going through a lot of changes. He said that the one thing that he learned is that the fans are fickle. And they can love you in one moment, they can hate you the next. He said that has even made him tougher. That has made him reevaluate a lot of things in terms of the way he approaches his fights and the way he behaves after the fight. He said, you know what? He said, I'll never judge a fight again when it goes to sit inside the octagon. He said, I'll figure it out after. Right. He said, but I will be better tonight. And he said he needs to steamroll Tony. He said it doesn't need to be close at any moment. He's got to steamroll.
All right, these keys to victory are brought to you by the Air National Guard, where service meets flexibility, part-time or full-time. Join us. Joe Rogan, your keys to victory for Paddy the Baddy.
Paddy is a fantastic grappler, and some of his best victories have come by way of submission. I think he's got to dominate the grappling exchanges. He's got to dictate the pace. Tony Ferguson is a relentless guy. He's constantly in your face, and he has a lot of unorthodox techniques. And also, he's got to rise to the occasion. He's got to be the Paddy the Baddy that everybody expects. I know he's down on himself for his last performance, right, but I think that's because Jared Gordon is really good. Yeah. That's all I think that is. And we saw that in his last KO victory over Marco Madsen. Right. Paddy the Baddy has an amazing opportunity tonight to redeem himself in the eyes of many of his fans. He never lost any respect from me. I think he's a great fighter. But I think he feels like he lost some respect, and he has a chance tonight to fight a real legend in Tony Ferguson.
And if you are wondering why Paddy the Baddy went with the cornrows, he feels like when he gets hit, his hair goes flailing in the wind. The judges react. Trying to mute that noise here tonight.
His walkout off too. He's got to be dropping elbows like he did against Cerrone. Cerrone's eye blew up because he was slicing and dicing him with those elbows like El He says, and he's got to remember who he is. You are Tony Ferguson. You are one of the best of all time in this division. You are a guy that held the interim championship. Show this young man that he doesn't belong in there with you.
All right, ready to go with Tony Ferguson and Paddy Pimblett. Tail the tape brought to you by VJ, the official blockchain of UFC. Tony Ferguson will be 40. Ferguson is taller by an inch. Both fighters coming in half a pound.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Liverpool, Merseyside, England, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 26 wins, 9 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Orange County, California, presenting the former interim UFC lightweight champion, Tony begins. Our referee in charge, Mark Smith.
Well, some suggest the most basic human need is to feel appreciated. Tony had to feel that, but he needs a W tonight. Thank you, Brooklyn Wren. Social media post tonight brought to you by Aquaman of the Lost Kingdom, only in theaters December 22nd, rated PG-13.
Crazy. Tony, ready? Lights on.
Tony Ferguson, the plus 270 underdog at close. Paddy Pimblett, the minus 340 betting favorite. He's in red. Ferguson is in white.
Paddy said he spent a lot of time making sure he keeps his chin down when he's striking. He said he listened to the commentary and he said, I've got to make sure I'm not leaving myself in danger.
Good low kick by Paddy. Oh, Tony caught him with the right hand. Tony has gigantic hands.
Huge. Yes, dude. It was like he would, when he was on his run, he would bludgeon guys.
Yes. Like
with jabs.
Yeah. It's everything he hits you with hurts. Go back to the Pettis fight and watch it. Oh.
Paddy Pimblett. Early shot from Paddy. Ferguson wise to it. Pimblett going out of this southpaw stance here early. Inside leg kick connects. Pretty good counter right from Ferguson.
Good body kick.
That's 2 of them so far for Paddy.
And another calf kick.
He's having trouble getting to Tony with his hands, and he's finding success with his kicks.
Good connection by Ferguson there. Knee from Pimblett.
Tony seems more patient tonight, really finding his shots, opposed to just trying to overwhelm his opponent.
Good right hand to the body by Ferguson.
UFC Strike Now is the only place to prove your UFC fight knowledge. Make free weekly picks as to who is going to win the fights and win rewards. And to UFCstrike.com.
Good jab by Tony.
And Tony's got really long arms for a guy that fights at 155.
The real question with Tony in this camp, though, is doing all this work with Goggins, he's doing all this conditioning, which certainly will give him confidence in his mental toughness, but what about fight-specific training?
Yeah.
What has he been doing? Like, what has he been doing in terms of sparring? What has he been doing in terms of drilling? Does he need that?
He's been in the game so long, right? It's like a lot of times when you've been in the game that long, you're not going to change.
Oh, he got clipped. Oh, he clipped him. He clipped him with that left hand.
That lead leg of Ferguson is really welted early. That knee to the body from
Paddy
Pimblett.
hurt him.
Ferguson on the retreat.
Paddy's on him now.
Paddy looks good.
Nice left hand from Ferguson, keeps him at bay.
Paddy is fighting like a man.
By Pimblett. Early shot from Paddy. Ferguson wise to it. Pimblett going out of this southpaw stance here early. Inside leg kick connects. Pretty good counter right from Ferguson.